Good morning. Is there anyone out there today? There he is. Hi. Good morning, good morning. How are you? So last night was difficult for me to sleep, which is weird because I typically am super sleepy by like 9 p.m. and I was just wide awake, watching some pretty good shows. I'm good. And typically I put the sleep timer on and I'm able to go straight to sleep. Like I don't even make it to that 30-minute mark of the sleep timer. But I was just like 11:30 rolls around. I'm like, how am I going to wake up tomorrow? I don't want to sleep in through this thing. And so I just felt compelled to sit in my space where I meditate. So this is where I typically spend my mornings. I've got my altar. It's a little bit messy right now. With lots of different books. Almost every single one of the books is a book for self-development, meditation, and then a few books that, I read when I was growing up that kind of were part of my self-development. Got a picture of myself as a child to remind myself to nurture the inner child, and a bunch of other guru pictures, and a picture that my friend Danny drew for me. And decided to sit down. Thank you, Gashem. Thank you for all your support always. And do a nighttime meditation. So you might have seen the video that I posted last night. As I was lighting candles, I have this mirror in front of me because I also do mirror work. It's part of the therapies I've used to help me with some of the struggles I've had with depression, and some of the struggles I've had. Hi, Cedric. Some of the struggles I've had with depression, some of the struggles I've had with anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder. And mirror work is essentially sitting down in front of the mirror, looking at yourself in the eyes as though you are speaking to yourself, and you actually do. And you say things to yourself that you wish someone else would say to you. So, for example, if you're a person that feels unlovable or that feels unworthy, or you've had people in your life that have ingrained these ideas, you actually look into the mirror at your own eyes and you speak to yourself and you say, I love you, over and over and over again. And most people, when they do this practice, it's one of Louise Hayes's practices. That's the author of this book here, You Can Heal Your Life, which has been very helpful for me. You keep on saying that until, for like 21 days, until you actually start to believe it, you start to feel it, and you start to fall in love with yourself. You're basically reconditioning your mind to believe what you want other people to believe. And then eventually what other people believe no longer becomes important. And so I wasn't feeling like depressed or anxious. I'm like a little PMSy, so like any woman, I've got this little demon inside my head right now that's trying to convince me of a bunch of stuff that isn't true, but I'm aware of it. Thank goodness for my meditation practice. I know when this is happening, I'm like, hey, that's not the thoughts I normally have, and I end up checking my little calendar and going, oh, okay, that makes sense. Anyway, and I just wanted to look in the mirror, and I couldn't see myself because I only had the one candle. And so I started lighting more candles. And then a second one, I'm like, you know what? I want to see what this looks like on the camera because, well, like all of us, I'm a little bored sitting at home all day long when I'm typically out and about and socializing with my friends. And one candle presented a little bit more light, enough to illuminate at least my features. And then three candles ended up giving me just enough so I could see the irises of my eyes. But then 4 candles really gave this beautiful glow. And I didn't even have to do the practice of, oh, I love you, you're beautiful. I was like, oh, that's really beautiful. And this kind of message kind of came through that for me. I think in metaphors a lot. I guess that's the inner poet in me, or maybe it's God speaking through me. I don't know. And I was thinking about all of these people that I see now that are trainers and yogis and meditation teachers that are coming forward with their messages, coming forward with their videos. Now everyone's a virtual trainer, and I think it's amazing. I think it's absolutely awesome that the world of healers and light bringers and yogis and meditation masters are stepping up and giving a lot of free classes away, and also giving a lot of virtual classes so that we can, keep our ship from sinking, and keep our own personal economy growing, not growing, but at least afloat, who knows. And I see it as all of us having this light within us, that one light is good. So my light is good. It illuminates a center within myself and a center within the select few people that tune in. And then two lights, when someone shares that or participates in it or recommends the video, it gives even more illumination to more people. It works. It's the reason that it's called going viral. And when I lit 3 or 4, then I remember this song that we used to sing in India during the Festival of Lights. And God, I can't remember all of the words, but it was just the song was about, shine your own candle brightly, because as those 2 candles burn, it becomes a flame and can illuminate the whole world. And so then I made the video that I posted last night about the importance of all of us as light bringers to not see ourselves as competition, even though there are some economics involved, but to see ourselves as all being on part of the same team. We're all quarterbacking from our departments right now. So to support each other and share each other's vision, to share each other's message, to share each other's meditations, free classes, because there's people that don't want to wake up at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, or that they feel more inspired if something is live, so they're not necessarily going to be watching my video later on. And so I'm going to start sharing more of what I see from other teachers that bring inspiration. Because even myself, in my solitude, as much activity as I have, humans, we have this inherent laziness and addictive personality. So we're just constantly on our phones, checking the news, constantly on our phones, checking to see what's going on. It's like we're trying to watch the pot boil to see if there's something sudden and new. And one other thing that Louise Hay kind of instilled in me is that, she never read the news. She had the idea that anything that she's meant to know is going to come to her in the time that it's meant to come. And if we keep on trying to watch this pot boil to see what's going on, then we lose this incredible moment of now where we can be shining that light and letting it grow and getting oxygen to it and getting breath to that inner fire that we have to get through this together. And so I'm going to be spending more time probably unsubscribing to a lot of the people that all they're posting about is what's going on. Not because I'm trying to bury my head in the sand, not at all. I know what's going on. I don't encourage anyone to bury their head in the sand and to ignore the reality of our situation, but acknowledging that the only thing that I can change about it is what I'm doing with that time and what I'm doing with this space, so that my focus and my attention, just like when I do a meditation, I allow the thoughts to happen. I'm aware that they're there. I'm aware that I'm aware that my little PMS demon, my little hormone monster is there. I'm aware that the past memories of trauma are there, but I'm no longer putting my focus on that. I'm putting my focus on the light. It's called a Jyoti, Jyoti. And the Jyoti is the light that we focus on that's at the eyebrow center. it's a candle. And that's what today's meditation is going to be. So there's two different ways we can do this. To focus on the jyoti, you can either light a candle in front of you, whether it's daytime there or if it's, just sunrise, or you can watch this later and do this at nighttime. And one way is with the eyes open, and that is called tatraka, where you just keep your eyes fixed on the one candle flame. And the other way is with the eyes closed after looking at the candle flame, keeping that image impressed into the corneas, which then allows your gaze to actually see a candle flame in the back of the eyelids. Or just closing your eyes and using your powers of visualization or imagination to keep your eyes fixed on that one point. Now, it's not like this aggressive practice of when a thought comes up that's not the candle flame, that you forcefully drag the thoughts back to the candle. It's more of you acknowledge the thought that's there. Like if someone was, telling you a story that doesn't need your full attention, and then you bring your awareness back to what's important, which is the candle, the jyoti. So that you can start to give more power into your one-pointed awareness, onto your own inner light, and start to let that grow through the movement of the breath, through the presence of your awareness within the body, through that slow, steady training of the mind to not be having all these fluctuations that our culture is now so habituated to, of, going from inspiration to bad news, from inspiration to everything that's going wrong, from inspiration to how am I going to fix all of this? Letting all those other thoughts of what's going wrong, bad news, and how I'm going to fix all of this just continue running its course. It needs to run its course. In my prayers, I've been, thinking, okay, if all of us just put our intention on this passing so much quicker, then who knows, maybe, this is like the little child in me, then maybe it can be gone tomorrow, maybe just like magic, but that's not the way that these things work. Nature needs to run its course, and we need to allow it to run its course. We need to take a moment to sit back on that ledge that for some of us is so tempting to jump off of, and watch the waves and sit in stillness. Watch the waves of thought, watch the waves of emotion, watch the waves of life-altering shifts that are occurring on a daily basis. Do what we can to support those that are drowning in the waves right now. But remember that the only way that we will have strength to help anyone is by finding rest within our own minds, by finding rest in our own awareness. And it's not spiritual Xanax. I'm going to come back to it again. It's not a way of pushing these thoughts out and pushing the reality away. It's actually being very, very aware of what is happening, but staying in your lane and actually taking action when the time is right, when you are called to do so. So my time lately in the morning has just been 7:30 a.m. in the mornings, to sit in stillness with all of you, and it's with as many of your friends as you can bring in to this journey with us, and then also to share all of the healing work that many of the other people that I connect with are doing. So I guess we can begin. Let's go ahead and come to a comfortable seat. Whatever position that might look like for you. For me, I sit very comfortably cross-legged. And if you have a candle in front of you, make sure that it's somewhere around eye level, not too far down, not too far high. If you can get it at eye level, that's perfect. I don't have that, but it's almost there. And if you don't have a candle, that's okay. And then you have your palms either facing up on top of your thighs, facing down, if that's what's more comfortable. That's more of an internal awareness. Excuse me. Or even one hand in front of the other in the lap. This is what's known as the listening mudra, the listening attitude. And everyone will start off with their eyes closed, with or without a candle. The shoulders down, spine straight. The spine effortlessly straight. So if you're forcing yourself up dramatically, then let yourself ease into it, letting the body relax and surrender. Releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth, just allow yourself to sit in stillness. Allowing the body to be still. Without straining the mind to calm down, just let it be. If it's really overactive, that's okay. Let it be overactive. Eventually the mind will slow itself down. Allow the breath to be natural and spontaneous. Just feeling the breath moving in and out. Watching the thoughts, but watching them from a distance, the same way that you would watch like hyperactive kids on a playground. Sometimes thinking, oh, that's cute. Other times thinking, oh my God, that's crazy. But knowing that those thoughts are not you. That even the emotions that you're feeling, those are simply reactions to the thoughts, which means they are also not you. That you are simply the person that is sitting and aware that you are sitting. You are the awareness that is allowing you to sit still in this moment. And observe this experience. That the only thing that you need to drive right now is not the vehicle of the life that is happening around you, or even the vehicle of the thoughts that are occurring within you. That you are the observer, the awareness that is witnessing it all. And that it is your own will and intention that guides, directs, or drives that awareness to what you feel is important in this moment to create, to manifest, or to feel the experience that you would like to have. So allow the breath to be natural and spontaneous. And if you do have a candle lit in front of you, then at this moment go ahead and open your eyes and just bring your gaze to that candle flame. Noticing its colors. If you don't have a candle, keep the eyes closed and just visualize a candle, noticing its colors. And within this candle flame, whether it be the psychic candle flame or an actual one, bring your attention to the brightest point. It's okay to blink. And as you bring your gaze to that brightest point of the flame, you may begin to see different layers within the flame. Layers of brightness, layers of color. Doesn't mean anything necessarily. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but it's not up to us to apply meaning to it. Just observe. And while the other thoughts continue to move around, keep your gaze fixated on the unwavering candle flame. If your eyes are open looking at a candle, go ahead and close them. And everyone turn your gaze upwards and inwards to the eyebrow center, to that one pointed awareness, and see that same candle flame reflected in the back of the eyelids, in between the eyebrows themselves. Staying present with the breath. Allow your attention to become absorbed in this point in between the eyebrows. Directing all of your attention into this one singular point. This candle flame is not outside of your awareness. It is a reflection of the awareness that you are. Burning brightly and steadily. And with each breath in, allowing that candle flame to become brighter, not necessarily larger, just brighter in its intensity. And with each exhale, the candle flame returns to its original size, original brightness. And begin to mentally chant the sound Om. While keeping your gaze on that candle flame at the eyebrow center. The candle flame's image fades away, and you find yourself absorbed into the thinking mind again. Simply notice, I'm thinking. And then come back to the image of the candle flame, or if you have a candle in front of you, lightly open your eyes and find the brightest point of the candle again. Absorbing your attention once more into the Jyoti. If your eyes are open, close them. Taking the gaze upwards and inwards, re-establishing contact between awareness and the psychic candle flame. Allow that sense of awareness to begin to expand, seeing this candle flame not only from what appears to be the eyes, but seeing it from all directions, above, below, side to side, front to back. As that awareness expands further and further out of the realms of your own thoughts, hemisphere of the mind and the brain, 4 to 5 inches away from the body. And continue to mentally chant the sound Om. Notice the feelings, the emotions that are arising. Bringing the awareness from those, from the noticing, back to the eyebrow center. Feeling the strength in the spine, like a steady body of a candle. Supporting the awareness of the candle flame itself. Allowing that light to continue to grow brighter with each inhale and to come to stillness with each exhale. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale from the mouth. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. And after the next inhale, let's close our practice together with 3 Oms. Take a deep breath in. When you're ready, open your eyes. Oh, well, that was pleasant. I look forward to reading your comments. Please send me any messages, any questions you might have. And remember that light, just because you're moving around during your day, just because things are shifting dramatically around us, that light doesn't fade. That light doesn't dim, although it might appear to dim sometimes as residual fears, memories, and the unknown feels like its shadows cast a shadow over the flame. That flame is the only thing that we have to fight against darkness, to fight against the dark nights of the soul, to fight against the dark thoughts. Shine that light. Shine it with others. Share it with others. Please share these episodes with others, and share more of the things that inspire you. The whole world is in need of that. And I'm talking the whole world is in need of more of you people, the light bringers, the ones that are willing to sit in stillness with this awareness of reality as we've all agreed upon it, and with the awareness of reality as we know it to be, the reality of light, truth, and love. I love you all so much. See you soon.